is we haven't had the chance to talk because of the way things have shaken down this week, and everyone else is making me feel like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And I feel like I would love to have the time with you this week while we have the room, while we do whatever, because I feel like we're getting to the point where game 1 is about to be over and game 2 is about to start.
Yeah.
And I don't personally really think that it is going to be as simple as whatever.
Yeah.
I think that there are some scenarios where we're going to be on the outside looking in, and I want to do everything in my power to stop that, regardless of who it involves and how we get there. And I don't know, I want to hear what you think is the best lineup, who you think you can beat, who you think you can't beat, who you think I can beat, who I can't, how are we going to get there in the first place?
Yeah.
Because people are full of shit now. There are people who are saying that they like people who they don't like. They're saying they hate them and then they're best buddies with them.
Yeah, big time.
I think we should really establish, this is hard to hear, but I really don't think this person likes you. I really don't think this person wants you here in the end. Blah, 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 blah. And as much as we don't care for this person, I do think they may actually protect our best interests, blah, 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 blah. And I'm starting to feel like, when we have this conversation, you're going to say, yeah, I've spent a lot of time with Amber and Jamaica, and you're fucked with them.
No, I'm not going to say that. I mean, do you want to start this conversation now, or?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, just because I want to go to bed. You have a big day again tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow later.
Speaking of, what am I going to do tomorrow?
Well, I think you should put up Dustin because I think...
He already said that he doesn't want me to put him up, though. And what am I going to say? Fuck you. You told me you already said you would do it.
Then just put up Jen.
I forgot.
Then just put up Jen and don't even risk it. I don't... He offered it. So I think that's...
Okay, I'm not going to put up Jen, who is, the best competitor in the house.
I mean...
Why not just put up Amber?
I guess. I don't know. Something about this is sitting weird with me. And I know that there's no possible way it can go wrong, but I feel like it's going to go wrong. I don't know what they're capable of doing. But let's just say they're going to have Zach... Now, they probably won't. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they have Zach, Jen, and... whoever comes down votes, and it's already a forced tie. I guess I started freaking out today. Is who the fuck knows what's going on anymore with these people? And I think you should create a scenario where you are guaranteeing that you get the person out that you want to get out. And I started getting freaked out. Zach fucking hates.
There's Dustin.
Well, whatever. Zach. He's now her workout buddy. He hates Amber. He doesn't trust Dustin at all. Jen. Totally sketched out by Amber. Doesn't trust Dustin at all. Blah, 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 blah. So,
that's your key, by the way.
Yeah. I am, now who can they break down? Probably no one. But what if there's a scenario in which you actually, send one of them home? That's the thing. I guess my scenario is you're looking to put up a pawn that probably should work in this scenario. But who?
Sorry,
no, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I'm not concerned. I'm really really don't feel. That's why I'm speaking a million.
Go ahead.
No. That's why I'm speaking a million miles a minute. So my thing is, if you're gonna put,
the lights will go out in 30 minutes.
All right, great for them. Who cares about that?
And
I guess,
here he comes.
I guess my thought on the matter is, if you have to put up a pawn, and you at least run a slight risk of that person going home, who's the person you're most comfortable with going home? I'm assuming it's not me.
No, it is not you.
I'm assuming it's not Jamaica. Right. So that's why just in the off chance that this craps out, that who the fuck knows what's going on? Because I'm assuming...
That's why he doesn't want
trust me.
That's what he told me.
Trust me, I know that. But then he doesn't need to sit up here all week. I'm going to do it, making it out like it's an easy choice for you and then fucking you at the end. So the way I see it is, if you're going to put up a pawn, which I feel about anyway, I wish I spoke to you earlier in the day, because I would have just outright, I mean, that's why I called Jen out in front of everyone, said, Jen, you're voting for,
Yeah.
you know, and she was like, yeah, of course. And I would have said to Zach, I would have said, Zach, I'm not going to put you up, but you got to vote, you know, the way I need you to vote.
He already promised me he would vote however I wanted to.
Which is good. But there is part of me that says that these people's words mean nothing at this point. And the way I see it is, if you're going to put someone up for the purpose of not ruffling people's feathers, you need to put up the person who you feel most okay if they leave, just because who the fuck knows what could possibly happen. I mean, who knows? Maybe Jamaica and Jen are having a... Does this seem reasonable? No. But there have been many, many times in this game that the pawn is the one who goes home. I can't see this happening. I have no reason to believe it will happen. I don't want it to happen. I desperately, probably more than anyone, want Dick or Danielle to leave, and I want the other one to follow right there out the door. But if you're doing it for the purpose of not making enemies out of Zach and Jen, and you have no other options, then you need to put up the one of the four of us that, just in case something fucking crazy happens, it's the person you're most okay with going home. Now, I don't want to, like, startle you. Like, there's a 0.5% chance of that happening. I'm sure that it'll be fine. But the way I see it is, you don't put up Jamaica, you don't put up me, because, God forbid, you know, Dustin and Amber get themselves all, you know, some crazy whatever, and someone gets to them or whatever. All of a sudden, you could have the two of them and the other two, and whoever's off the block, all of a sudden you could have like a 5-1 in the other direction or whatever. So the way I see it is, if you're going to put up the pawn, it needs to be whoever you're okay with leaving. So if that's Dustin, it's Dustin. If it's Amber, it's Amber. Or if it's whatever.
Jamaica offered it too.
Yeah.
But Jamaica can't win for 5 weeks, so she stays or goes. It doesn't matter, you know. Amber offered it, which I would do, because then I don't think Dustin would fuck her over. Do you? Maybe he might.
I don't know, because who the fuck knows? This is what I'm saying. I don't know.
Dustin has said if Dick stays on the block, he'll go up.
Okay.
Which we're pretty much still thinking Dick is going
I don't
to
get
use
that
it on.
anyway. What's his problem? What is
On
the...
Danielle.